Top of the morning to everybody. Okay, I just updated my operating system to Mavericks, and I've also updated my Final Cut Pro, my Motion, and my compressor. I'm doing this recording because this is the first time I've used Mavericks, and it's kind of interesting, and also the first time I'm going to use the new Final Cut Pro, and I want to kind of show you my first impressions on some of the things. First off, if you notice, the menu bar is like grayed out almost. There's a new menu bar at the top of every screen, and this is pretty cool. You don't have to go to the middle screen or the left screen or whatever. You can go to any of your screens, click on the menu bar, and find the menu. I don't know if this can be turned off, but it's possible. Let's see, I'm looking at this to see if it's possible to turn this off. No, it doesn't seem to be. But it doesn't matter. I kind of like it anyway. I think it's a good feature to have. You can see when this menu bar is active now, it's brighter. I think it's a cool feature to have. The other thing I wanted to point out is this notification center. This is really cool. There's nothing in here right now because I've got no notifications as of yet. But if I go to the preferences, I have different things that I can receive notifications from. Safari, for example, I would be able to receive notifications when a file finishes downloading. Messages, I'd be able to receive notifications for someone that sent me a message. Mail, calendar, same type of thing. We don't use mail in this building. We actually use Microsoft Outlook. And the calendar that I use is Google Calendar, so neither of those is actually compatible with the notification center. But you'll see in a little bit, Final Cut Pro is. And that's one of my favorite features about it is I can receive the notifications of Final Cut Pro in here as well. It looks like it rearranged all my icons here, which is kind of a pain. Okay, here's Final Cut Pro. Now the first time we open up Final Cut Pro, I did do this update on another computer, so I kind of know what's going on. But the first time we open up Final Cut Pro, we're going to see a difference here. And I'll show you my video drive real quick. Video. Right now I have these two folders here, Final Cut Projects and Final Cut Events. These are the old Final Cut Pro folders where all my projects and events are kept. It's kind of nice because everything's kept in these folders and it's pretty easily organized. But the new Final Cut Pro is going to update everything. And when I hit update, it's going to go through and find all the events and the projects, and it's going to combine them. And you see this file here. This is called a library. And it's going to contain all of the projects and events that are in these two folders. They will all be contained in this. And you can see it's already at 92 gigs. These two folders are pretty large. I don't think it shows my size on them yet. 172 gigs for the projects. And I'm guessing this is probably around 400 gigs or so, maybe even a terabyte for the events. There we go, 772 gigabytes for the events. So total, you're looking at about 900 gigabytes for this. Look how fast this is though. I mean, it's already at 538 gigabytes in just a couple of minutes. It's pretty impressive. I'm really enjoying that. There's been a speed increase in this new operating system. I don't know what's causing it, but on the other computer with an 8-core processor, one export that used to take us about 30 minutes is now taking about 6. So something's gone right. It's lovely. We're we're having a blast with that over there. All right, so while this finishes up, the other thing is you can't just double click this and open it up like you could these. You can double click these and open them up. Instead, if you double click this, it opens up Final Cut Pro. The downside of that is that archiving and moving things to archives is going to be a little bit harder. But the good side is that it's going to be protected in this folder, and if I need to back it up, I could just have to back up this one folder. If I need to open it up, I can right click and hit Show Package Contents, and it will show me all my events and everything that's there. Okay. I can also create separate libraries for certain people or separate libraries for certain types of projects or whatever, and I can open up the libraries separately, which will make Final Cut Pro open a lot faster than it used to. Okay. Let me go ahead and close that. And this is almost done. Shouldn't take too much longer. I'll go ahead and speed this up real quick. Okay, it appears I need to connect some other disks real quick. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so just so you know, don't take stuff from other disks. Make sure you try to keep everything on your own. Okay, now it's asking me if I want to move this to the trash. It's these two folders. I think it already did. Ah, here it is. The old one here. Okay. This now is taking up an extra 700, 800 gigabytes. So I'm going to go ahead and say, move to trash. And in a week, with my trash timer, in a week that will be thrown out. All right. The new interface is a little bit different. I'm going to, let's do this. Let me show you just the events real quick. Show events on second display. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the other display so you can see the events over there. And see what I'm talking about, what the difference is. Okay, here are my events now. I need to do a little bit of organization because it kind of misplaced a few things. But these, with the little bars on the top, or the little clapboard looking thing, these are my projects. They're no longer in the other window where they were all listed. So instead, they're in the events along with the clips. Okay, so for example, Chicanos por la Causa. Let's take a look at this event. And remember, it's trying to update all the thumbnails and trying to do all that stuff. So right now, it's going to be a little bit slow. Let me show the progress of everything. It's doing some rendering of all the waveforms and everything. If it's doing the paid program, that's some big files, so it'll be a little bit. Okay, so Chicanos por la Causa. If I click up here on this keyword collection, these are my events for Chicanos por la Causa. I'm going to take these and I'm going to move them into here. And now they're over there. So now I have my clips down below and my projects up here on the top. And if I come up here, there's nothing in this keyword collection, so I'm going to delete it. Let's go ahead and do this with the rest of these community calendars. All right, now, before when I had the project separate from the events, this is kind of a little bit of a problem for me right now, just for this particular item, because I used an archived event. This was the event for the 30-second spot, and this is the event for the 15-second spot. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to just throw them in the event for the 30-second spot. Let's grab it. and just put it in there. Okay, so that's done. Fairway Chevrolet gas feature. Now some of these might actually have, no, it doesn't have it. Okay. Fletcher Jones Toyota. Did it grab it? Oh, sweet, it grabbed it. Good. All right, so let's close these. Where were we? Fogo de Chao. Okay, there's missing files in this one. That's not that big of a deal. Christmas greeting 2012. We'll use the 2013 event right there. Home again. So this is, until this is organized, it's not going to be as clean and easy to use just yet. So let me get this organized and I will come back in just a bit. Okay, I haven't figured out yet why all this footage is in this updated projects event, but whatever. So now, if we go to different events, let's say we go to Machuca Medical Center. We can see all of our video and audio files and everything underneath, all of our clips underneath, and all of our projects up on top. So if I double click one, it'll appear over in the project editor. Now let's go over to that screen and take a look. So as you can see, the project editor is basically the same. Nothing here has really changed. It looks almost exactly the same, has the same lines, same storyline area, same title area. There's one little thing that has changed though. It's this white dot. Not really sure what the purpose of this dot is, but let me find a project that has a little more depth to it. Let's open up one of the teasers. Just out of curiosity. Okay. The little white dot follows the uppermost item. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll probably dive into the help section and see what the purpose of this is. But it's a neat little, kind of fun little feature that helps you follow what's going on. Okay. This right here, by the way, is just this little Telemundo logo. So it's not like that's the biggest piece of video right there. Okay, as far as titles and effects and things go, they're basically the same. The major difference that I see on this is rendering time. Seems to be a lot faster. Let me just grab this and show you. Like I said, we did an export of an item that usually took 30 minutes before, is now taking 6. So this rendering seems to be quite a bit faster. And we will see. I'm going to open up the notification center and look at the settings real quick. Now that I've opened up Final Cut Pro for the first time, the notification center should have the ability to make settings for Final Cut Pro. Oh, it doesn't have it on there. Perhaps when I shut the app down, it might use it. Okay, that's done rendering.
Hola, yo soy el Dr. Rogelio Machuca. Mis padres emigraron de Nayarit, México.
Now before it took a lot longer for that particular item to render. I remember it taking about 30 to 40 minutes on that one. Okay, I'm going through, I'm looking for my activity monitor. Let's find it. There's a new feature. You can search within your launch thing. Compressor transcoder node hung. That's not good. Okay, I want to show you my memory pressure. Oh, there's a whole bunch of hung. Jamp agent is hung too. Okay, I'll fix that. There used to be a little pie chart. Doesn't look like it's showing the pie chart. Well, they used to have a little pie chart and it would show you how much memory was being used and everything. Here's how much memory I'm using at the moment. Now what I want to show you is, not that one, let's go to the teasers. Let's go ahead and render this. I'll switch back to the activity monitor while it renders and we'll see CPU load. It's really hardly putting a strain on it at all. Oh look, it's already halfway rendered. This used to take a long time, so I'm surprised to see how quick it is. Alright, so the CPU load isn't even that much. The memory load is hardly anything. No swap file being used. Yeah, it looks like it's hardly using the computer at all. So the multi-threaded processing is really improved. Wow.
Les habla Patricia Batres hoy en su noticiero Telemundo Las Vegas. Un hombre fue encontrado muerto a las afueras del Hotel Las Vegas. La policía investiga lo ocurrido y pide la ayuda del público para dar con él o los responsables.
That was impressively fast. I'm impressed with this. All right, I'm sure there's other features. I'm not really going to dive into them right now. Let's just kind of poke around the buttons a little bit. Oh, I can do better performance, so it can get even faster if I want. I'm not too concerned with that right now. I do have a 12-core processor, so performance should not be an issue with this machine. Oh, full screen. Check this baby out. Now, what's cool is before when I did this, it would gray out my other monitors. Now, it doesn't. I can't really show you because I can only show you one monitor at a time. But let's go ahead and quit this. And let's take a look in the notification center settings. Get back up there. I don't see Final Cut Pro up there, so I'll have to figure out how to get it there. I know it can work because it was on the other one, and it's really cool because it gives you notifications when you're done exporting something. A little thing will pop up here and tell you, okay, it's done. You can even make it play a sound when you're done. And that Final Cut Pro has never had that before, and that's an amazing feature for me. I'll use that all the time. Okay, this should open a lot faster than it used to. This is in real time too. I'm not speeding this up because I just want to see how long it will take. I know my library is a lot bigger than the other library, so it should take longer. It doesn't take as long as it used to, that's for sure. Cool. All right, so that's opened up. Let's try exporting this. not 50, 35. I need to put it in spot transfers. Some of my settings have reset, so I need to fix those. Pretty quick. Oh, there we go. Right there. See that? Share is successful. Share master file was successful. I can show it. It'll show me the file.
Les habla Patricia Batres hoy en su noticiero Telemundo Las Vegas.
Love it. Oh, I'm loving that. Now, I should be able to adjust this. I don't know why I can't see. Ah, there's Final Cut Pro. All right, so I can show them on the lock screen, which, let me see if I can do this. Okay, show notifications on lock screen. Sorry, I switched users. I went up here and changed to login window, and it kind of messed it up. Let's try this out. Okay, so there's my screensaver, and here's my lock screen. Cool. And let's export something. Let's export something that hasn't been rendered yet. Let's do this teaser. Okay, hasn't been rendered yet. Well, parts of it has. Export it. All right, it's exporting. I'm going to lock the computer. Let's see what happens. There it goes. Look at that. That's so cool. I'm loving that. Now I can't open it, but all right. And I can show the file. There it is. That's so cool. All right, so there's some new features of Final Cut Pro X. Not a whole lot of features, just a couple that I ran through. How it's organized is a little bit different. And some of the new features of Mavericks. I'll get into motion and compressor later. They're going to be different beasts altogether. All right? So thank you very much for watching.